Hey, good morning, hustlers. How you all doing? Just heading out for a ride on my bike. And before I did that, I thought I'd just grab your attention for a few minutes. I'm pumped up and excited to share this information with you. So last week, got contacted by a few members of our Five Ways group about generating leads, and I started that conversation with, we're really trying to understand, or asking you to understand, what the pain is that your business solves. And a lot of the times that leads us to some great strategies. But I thought sometimes it helps businesses, it certainly helps all my successful clients, is if you have a good place to start. So I've picked out my 5 favorite all-time never fail lead generating strategies that will work across every business sector, and I've got them on this sheet. Now, this 5-way sheet that you can see right here is the premises of our coaching business. It works on, you've seen my videos before, your leads or your prospects times your conversion rate equals your customers. But I bet if I asked most of you, what do you need? And you'd say more customers. And I generally then go, well, do you need more leads, or do you need some strategies on how to convert those leads? So I don't want to fill your head too much today. I just want to talk about this area, generating leads, because everyone has told me that is the biggest thing that you want to do. So here's my top 5. Now, social media is not on this list, because I'm pretty sure that you understand that social media is a part of your business, or should be a major keystone in your business. So I've made that assumption. I'm come up with 5 other things that I hope you find interesting. And over the next few videos, I'm going to talk about my other 5 love ideas, but this document will be up in the forms section of our page. So my first strategy, schools newsletters. Man, this is an area that no one plays in anymore. If your target market and the problem you solve is families, or particular females and mums, approach your local public school to advertise in their P&C newsletter. I can guarantee you, of all the catalogues that I was ever involved in putting out at Metcash and at Coles, they probably didn't have as much cut through as a newsletter. A newsletter goes home from school, people read it. Newsletter is electronic. Families do read it because they want to know what's going on in their school environment. And it's also a great way to give back to your community. But think about gyms. You know, a great target market is mums, especially after they've dropped the kids off for school. So imagine you had crafted something for a newsletter. That's a super great idea, and it's not very expensive, and it's in your local area. So I don't have to always think about across town. It's around the corner. My next most favourite is buy a database. And I'll take this one step further, because buying a database can be very much a hit and a miss exercise. But there are areas like upskill, where you can employ someone overseas to, if you're a member of a business chamber like I am, I get access to everybody's who's a member of the business chamber. I can set up someone for as little as $10, $15 an hour to go through that database and create one for me. Very, very cost effective. I can buy one. There are people who sell databases, but do you know what I really love? It's piggybacking on somebody else's database. So it's a whole strategy, but just imagine that. I'll just use this, my business. So say one of my customers says, Chris, you got a great database, and I've got probably nearly 1,000 people in my database. If you said, here's an offer that's only available to your database, and you're making it on my behalf. So let's just use a real estate agency again, just to say, if I said for all of my database, hey, if you use this particular real estate agents, they will not charge you for photography of your property. But this is only because you're on my database. Instantly you got access to all those people, and it's a great strategy. So think about it. It's called piggybacking, really. Market days. Now, why do I love market days? Often, particularly in retail, it's hard for us to focus or to have consistent strategies, and they're also considerably drain on gross profits. They're very popular in the supermarket industry, but if your industry isn't supermarkets, think about a market day or something similar. I remember a quick story. I was the GM at Campbell's Cash and Carry, which is an old business just about gone now. But we used to have this thing called the Confectionery Carnival, and it was huge. Confectionery sales went through the roof, and we did it twice a year. And the CEO approached me, and we were talking about growing sales, and he said, well, if this is so successful, why don't you do it 4 times a year? I just looked at him quite dumbfounded. I said, I don't know why we don't do it 4 times a year. We put it on 4 times a year, and it just went great. So consider market days or that style of event. Recently, I was in Vancouver, and it's called the Shipyards. It's like a market area. Costco had a stall at a farmer's market, and they were signing up members. So sometimes think outside the square. They were signing up members, and remember, Costco's business model is not making money on the margin on their trading; it's making money off members. So that was a very, very important strategy for them to get more members. Number 67, trading longer, different hours. How's that good for leads, you think? Well, just think we're coming up for Christmas right now. And I had this discussion with one of my really successful clients yesterday, where we talked about, well, okay, you traditionally shut for 4 weeks. It's a trade business. Why not only shut for 2 weeks this year? And I suppose that's a good question to ask. So if you normally shut for 4 weeks, why not shut for 2 weeks? Do all of your staff want to take holidays at Christmas? Maybe a week or 2 weeks is all they want. Interesting, but think about trading differently. We often chase in retail. This is specific to retail. For example, if Saturdays are getting quiet, we sometimes reduce the hours to try to chase the costs, and that's smart. But why not chuck in something different? Why not stay open to midnight on a particular night? Why not create a theme, create some excitement around different trading hours, and test and measure it. If it doesn't work, try something different. But if you've not done it before, don't shit can this idea until you've given it a go. You don't know. Newsletters and sign-ups. There's this product out there called MailChimp. If you haven't found it yet, go and make this your next best friend and use it. Make sure that you're using your MailChimp to sign people up into your database. It's free and it works. So newsletters are a great way of generating leads. It's a great way. Think about in retailing again, or even gyms. Your clients want to know that you care, and what better way to connect with them is to talk to them regularly. Now, there's no way you can talk to 300 people, but through a newsletter with a sign-up, you can talk to all of your clients, really regularly, and share stories about yourself, make them offers. There's strategies about how to do MailChimp properly. But, guys, there's my 5. If you want to talk more, just message me and we'll have a great chat. So remember, I'm making this assumption that you already are doing your social media really well. And if you want me to help you there, I can. And then there's these my favorite. These are my favorite. This document's going to be up in our group. Have an awesome day, hustlers, and make a freaking difference. I love yous all. Bit of Jeff Fennick, and remember a famous quote from Mike Tyson: "Everybody has a plan until you're punched in the face." So, in other words, you might have a strategy. If it's not working, come up with a few new ones. There's 5 just there, 5 killers. Have a great day, everyone. Chat soon. Bye for now.